Spirit has chosen the Four Corners spread for your general monthly reading, which lays a nice, diverse groundwork where we will be looking into the four main areas of interest that people commonly ask about in tarot: the work corner, the financial money corner, the health corner, and the ever-popular love corner. We are going to take a stroll through all four to see what Spirit wants to discuss about your month. And that is what we're going to do today. Welcome in, guys. So good to have you here. My name is Scott Sagent, and I am ready for your July 2024 Psychic Tarot reading. First order of business, let's get those cards on the screen for you so you can take a look as I explain this different format this month. As you notice, I'm not here in person. I am in an audio reading because I had a little bit of an eye injury. Don't worry, I'm just fine. However, I'm not so hot to look at right now. So we're going to do this a little bit differently this month. It's going to be a little interactive, different vibe, different feel to it. Some of you might really enjoy it, I think, because you're getting the point of view from my side of the table and going card by card. I might even throw in some graphics to illustrate certain points as we go. And don't worry if you don't see the cards that well. I know the screens, sometimes we watch these videos on small screens, our phones. Maybe you don't see the cards clearly. I'm going to make this in a way so that even if you're just listening to me, it'll make sense to you. So let's get started with your reading right now. Okay, Pisces, let's get rolling with your Four Corners spread for July 2024. The first thing you probably notice is that we have a very big corner up there. Upper right corner, very massively large compared to the rest. And that's okay. That's your love corner. We just got a lot to talk about when we get there. But first, let's work our way around so we can save that for last, spend the most time on it. Underneath that, bottom right corner of your screen, this is your health corner, guys, and it is a wonderful one. Great way to start off July with the Ace of Swords. Ace is new beginnings. Also can be some new moon energy coming in there. Ace of Swords is light bulb ideas, new inspiration, new things occurring, or very high possibility or potential too. And I'd hate for you guys to miss that opportunity, because what they said also is that new moon is the best time for Pisces to use the moon cycles. I used to just kind of look for clues in the reading, but now I ask Spirit directly, well, what is best for Pisces to use? The new moon or the full moon? Or is it equal for both? And guess what, Pisces? They said new moon for you. So July is the implementation, the manifestation time for you guys to bring new things into your life. And in a big way, we're talking about that with health. That's also going to apply into your finances. As you can see, another ace over there to the left, but we'll get to that when we get to that. The energy we have in health is so good, not just with the inspiration and the new ideas. So I would start thinking about, what you could do to improve your health. What have you been wanting to do? Maybe it's time to brainstorm some ideas about how you can improve it, because July is such a great time to do it. Even the next card next to it, the Nine of Cups, also great energy. This can mean a good connection between spiritual and physical. So it's almost saying like spiritual health to a point. And it's very interesting because we're doing a chakra scrub for Pisces in your urgent reading. So we're going to get more into the spiritual health in about a week when I drop that reading after that. So tune back in for that one. But here in your reading, this can also, the Nine of Cups can also represent a big purchase, a pleasurable purchase, health related, of course. So it would be like if somebody bought a treadmill, okay, that would fall under here, big purchase toward health, or, hey, a diet plan, a personal trainer, a gym membership, protein shakes, whatever it is. So that's an idea of what they're talking about here. So good energy all around for health, kicking off July, Pisces. Next, we move to the left of that. Let's do some Finance Corner. Finance Corner brings in first my Three of Wands. Three of Wands talks about long distances and new chapters. I think they're kind of focusing the most on the chapter aspect of this, because I don't see, unless you're just moving money long distances in the month of July, I don't see how else that would pertain. So I really feel like they're saying what they want a lot of Pisces to do is to just find a way to get your finances into the next phase. Okay, let's grow up a little bit here. Let's move it to the next bump up. Let's, start that extra savings account. Let's put money away and budget, or, whatever it is for you is what they're saying here with chapter, new chapter in your financial corner. Ace of Cups comes in right on top of that. That is something that you love. Okay, so that may be saving up money for something that you love. Maybe some of you, this could be a home. Maybe a home, a house. That maybe for some of you it's a car. Maybe you just love having a little nest egg, having a little bit of comfort zone, money stashed away for a rainy day or something like that. So very nice new energy again coming in for Pisces. Let's move up from there and get into the work corner. This is Four Corners is usually a simpler spread, not a whole lot to talk about in there. Really, the love corner is the big thing. That's something that they don't want you to miss. But up here in work, we do have a couple things blocked, but I think it's for a reason. I don't think they're trying to say that it's just stagnated. I think they're really saying that this is ending. We got a couple things that are coming to end and closure here. The first one is the crazy kind of chaos at work. A lot of you have been going through some kind of madness at work, or something that maybe doesn't make sense, or is just a freaking mess, or something like that. Well, the good news is July is kind of ending that chapter. It's closing that door. So we have much better. I'd rather see you be coming out of that than going into it. And that's really what they show here with my Five of Swords. You can see the gentleman laying down. Of course, we have it inverted, so it looks like he's like laying on the ceiling. But it's saying, okay, now well, here's the calm. Okay, here's the calm inside the storm. And, thank goodness it's coming to a close. Not only is that, but we have the Hangman inverted next to it, which shows any kind of stagnation that was in your work corner is coming to a close too. Things are shaking open into movement again. Movement is medicine after all. Stagnation is usually not viewed upon as a good thing, spiritually, medicinally, or any other form really. Stagnation is just evil. It just doesn't help. Things need movement. Movement is medicine. Things need to be moving around. And that's what they show here for work. So we do have more movement coming in July. I don't know if that means movement for, it depends on what you do really. It could mean sales if you're in sales, more sales moving, money coming in and out, maybe bonus for some people, or maybe just opportunities with work, something like that. But anyway, I think I view all of this as very positive. The stagnation closing, more things being opened, or doors being opened and stuff like that. I'm actually going to do the runestone right now. I have that kind of positioned right under my Hangman card, and it's just kind of peeking at me, and I just feel like I'm drawn to it. I just intuitively gotta get it to you right now. And that is the runestone of opening, guys. So there is an opportunity more than likely here in this work corner. I don't think that these things happen coincidentally. I do believe that this happened for a reason, the way that I align things, or the way that Spirit has aligned this reading, and that does correlate directly into that work corner. So there is an opportunity in July for a lot of my Pisces that Spirit wants you to at least be aware of. And if you decide it's for you, then you do. And if you don't, that's okay. At least you saw the opening. Otherwise, maybe you would have missed it if you weren't looking for it. Something like that. Let's move into your big one, guys, the love corner. And before I do that, I do need to tell you this is a general reading. If you're looking for messages that are personal, private, specifically only to you and not all of your Pisces friends, because we are reading that Pisces bubble energy here today for you, and the energy does get a little mucked up. So, sometimes you can get some really good context out of there if you know what to listen for in here, but nothing beats a personal private reading, not even close. Those are 100% personalized just to you and not all of your Pisces friends. Those are available on scottsagent.com from small all the way up to full service, a little something for everybody there. In July is the best time to take advantage of this. Maybe you've been thinking about getting a reading for a long time, haven't really pulled the trigger on it. Well, guess what? July is the time, guys. You know why? Because I'm doing a big blowout sale this first week of July, and I'm doing 40% off. It is literally the biggest sale that I ever do the entire year. You enter promo code July40 at checkout, JULY40, all caps. Enter it at checkout. That will lop 40% right off your total. Great deal. My services are a great deal without the discount, and let alone with the discount. It is just a no-brainer. So I hope you guys take advantage of that this first week of July. Let's get into this love corner. Love corner begins with the Temperance card inverted. So they're letting me know that a lot of Pisces here in this love corner, which expands to your family, your close friends, your love pursuits, anything or anyone close to your heart here can come in on this corner. We have some impatience going on in July. And if you're not feeling that right now, remember, a lot of you are probably listening to this reading early in July. And July is, more than just the first week. We have 4.5 weeks of July. So yeah, give it some time. If you don't feel impatient now, you might be feeling it a little later. And here's what you do when you feel this impatience or whatever you're going through. Okay, they show quick change coming in with my Tower card next. That is the quick, abrupt news coming in, the breakdown of the old so that things can get done differently, get done better. It's not necessarily bad, but a lot of people are adverse to change or don't like it, or kind of, it just kind of turns their stomach. But here, that's what's calling your name. Okay, we have quick change coming in for a lot of my Pisces in July. Of course, not everybody in a general reading, but very prevalent to a lot of my Pisces. We also have in here the Five of Cups. So Spirit really wants to make sure that you're looking at the good side of things and you're not looking at the negative, the things that don't go your way. Don't dwell on that, because what ends up happening when you do that is you attract more of the exact what you want to go against. Okay, what you don't want to have happen is what you actually attract into happening. It's what you don't want. So because of that, Spirit is just saying, hey, look right behind you. Look at all the rewards you still have. Don't worry about the things that don't go your way. Focus on the things you have, all the gifts and all the rewards that you have right now. Look behind you. They're there. They're also telling you to breathe. Good advice for everybody. It is cyclical information with breathe, because when you exhale, you're putting out, you're purging. When you inhale, you're taking in, and you're starting anew. So it's the same flow of the moon cycles. It's the same cyclical flow of everything in the dualistic world: in, out, up, down, dark, light. And so they're just reminding you to breathe here. So just like in yoga, when they tell you to focus on the breath, it quiets the mind. It brings things back down simple, basic form. Okay, sometimes that's the best advice, especially when you're impatient about something, or maybe it didn't work out the way you wanted it to. You feel a certain way about it. It's got you really riled up. Remember to just breathe. Take a breath. It's going to be okay. You don't need to let it stress you out. It's just maybe a phase, a chapter. Maybe this isn't even about the entire month. This might just be about one day that comes in, and Spirit's like, hey, you know what? It's one day, but it's a very important day. So we want to talk about it in Pisces reading, and there you have it. So we already did the runestone, guys, so that pretty much wraps up the reading. Now, what I told you about the moon cycles also applies to chemistry tracking. If you're a Pisces and you want to check out what sign you're vibing well with in the month of July, what sign Spirit says you should watch out for and be, that has got to repel, you need to be cautious about in July, all that information is available for free on scottsagent.com. I always put all that stuff, all that information out for you guys for free every single month. scottsagent.com. You can find that in the Talking About page. So there we go, guys. Hope I've given you enough information to implement positive change. Have a great July. I know you will.
So I guess the fortune teller's right.